Good afternoon, everyone. I'm videoing from my car. I haven't done this before, so forgive me if I'm up here a little uncomfortable, unsure how this thing works. But I've gotten a lot of emails, a lot of texts, a lot of friend requests, etc., from the video on Black in Japan. A lot of you seem to be a certain, a lot of questions about Japan and primarily, maybe some questions about life, work, careers, that type of thing. And I realize I see it every day in the news, but in my own life, I've rarely come to sort of realize just how many people are in need of something, guidance, support. And so if I can provide it, I want to provide it. So let me just get to answering some of those questions. Before I answer the questions, though, let me just say that Ranzo interviewed me last week because he also received a lot of questions, a lot of them about how to find jobs in Japan, marriage and divorce in Japan, career development, education, etc. So there'll be another video on Black in Japan coming very soon. But I just wanted to give a shout out to a couple of people who asked about work in Japan and mentoring. Those are the two things I got the most questions about. And about working in Japan, finding a good job, improving your Japanese language, etc. There's really no shortcut to hard work. And of course, everyone's working hard. So I'm not saying people aren't working hard enough, but there's resources perhaps that you're not aware of. So for instance, in trying to learn your language, one of the best things you can do is force yourself to be in these situations that are Japanese, meetups and things where you have to hear the language. As an adult, it's uncomfortable to sort of put yourself in a situation where you don't understand because you feel maybe a little ignorant. You may feel that people are judging you or looking at you in a sort of a negative way because of your language ability. But don't worry about them. They can judge you all they want. If people spend their time judging, I believe they're not spending their time living. So just do you. Find those organizations and groups that are, you may have an interest in, but that are primarily Japanese, and go out there and just force your brain to acclimate. It'll catch on in time. That's just brief advice there. The other thing, though, that people asked was about mentoring. Now, I am a coach. I do coaching for people who want the coaching. It's expensive. So I can't coach and mentor everyone. There's just not enough time unless you want to pay me a great deal of money that you may not have. Or, a lot of people doing coaching for the first time have doubts about whether the money is worth it. So I don't want to force you to spend 20, 30,000 yen an hour to speak to me. So what I'm going to do is just post more videos. So please send me your questions about things that you are trying to work on. Maybe nothing specific, because it's really funny. Ironically, when people are trying to coach themselves and improve themselves, they sometimes ask the wrong questions. They're focused on something, but perhaps their need is over here. It happens all the time. Happens to me, happens to everyone. So rather than saying, I need to work on my language or I need to make money, why don't you share with me what your goals are in life? Like, share with me what your personal motivations happen to be. Share with me what makes you happy or what's making you sad. Very general things about yourself rather than specifics about how do I make more money or how do I get a job. Because the reality is that everyone's job journey is a little different. A lot of it is luck. So it's a lot about being in the right place and the right mindset at the right time. And so let me coach you on that. So send me your questions. Even if you send me a specific one, I'll try to produce a video on that. But send me your questions and I'll produce a video. Get no questions, there are no videos. But if there are questions, I'll create some more videos. And again, and lastly, I was thinking of this because there are a lot of you in Japan, particularly, who wanted to speak to me. I work in a WeWork office. That means it's sort of like it's like a co-working space, and they have a public area on the first floor. And if people are interested, I can arrange some time for group coaching in this location in evenings and afternoons. So, sorry about that. If you're in Tokyo uh, and you are available for that, let me know. Let me know what days of the week work for you. It would be in the evening after 6. And I would do it at our offices. And if you're nearby in Tokyo, near Roppongi, I'm at Nogizaka Station. Let me know and I'll arrange a time, send an invite on Facebook, YouTube, etc., and see if we can get a group of people together to start helping one another get through life. So anyway, that's just a short, brief video I'd like to post just to give you a heads up on what's going on. I'll send more videos as long as you send questions, and I'll try to arrange some meetups to where I can provide, support in a group setting, and hopefully it won't cost you anything other than your time, I guess. Might actually buy me a beer afterwards or something like that. Anyway, nonetheless, look, have a great week, and I wish you all well.